Welcome, members and allies, to the Alliance of Illinois Judges annual meeting and Bench and Bar on Parade. I now call this meeting to order. As my final act as president, it's my pleasure to introduce to you our slate of officers for the 2021-2022 incoming bar year. I'm proud to return as first past president and as second past president, the great true Judge Mary True. Our board directors are Judges Robert Harris and Abby Romanek. Joining us as treasurer again is Judge Judy Rice. As secretary, Judge Jill Rose Quinn. As vice president, Judge Cecilia Horan. And our new president, Judge Linda Powell. Before we see everyone sworn in, I'd like to hand things off to our Scholarship and Awards Committee.
Good evening, I'm Judge Cecilia. The AIJ Scholarship Committee is comprised of me, Judge Mary Colleen Roberts, Judge Catherine Schneider, and Judge Stephanie Miller. We're excited to announce that the AIJ is able to provide financial assistance to LGBTQ law students in need. Because of the great leadership of our organization and the participation in our events by our members and allies, we're thrilled to be able to provide 4 LGBTQ law students with financial support in the form of academic scholarships.
This spring, we received scholarship applications from many incredible, accomplished, dedicated, and driven law students. We considered the applicants' commitment and contributions to the LGBTQ community, the applicants' life experiences, and their financial need. Today, we are awarding academic scholarships in the amount of $1,250 each to Chad Tucker, Cesar Munoz, Sarah Free, and Shannon Walsh.
Chad Tucker is a law student at Northwestern Pritzker School of Law and sits on the board of both the Black Law Student Association and Outlaw Organization. He believes these intersectional identities will allow him to reach out to individuals who are within the legal field and are disproportionately affected by some legal policies. This summer, Chad is slated to be a legal intern in the New York District Attorney's Office. Congratulations, Chad.
Cesar Munoz just finished his first year at the University of Illinois Chicago College of Law, where he is on the executive board of Outlaw and a member of the Latinx Law Society. Showing his commitment to helping others, he went on a volunteer trip to South Africa to provide clinical support to those disadvantaged by HIV and AIDS. This summer, he will be a judicial law clerk in my home county in Indiana, in the same courtroom where I clerked after my first year of law school. Felicidades, Cesar.
Sarah Free is a rising 3L at Loyola University Chicago School of Law, where she is a Civitas Child Law Fellow and a member of the school's outlaw organization. She's a former Division I college softball player, special education teacher, and former clerk in the State Appellate Defender's Office. This summer, she will be a Pili intern for the ACLU, and in the fall, she will be a judicial extern for Magistrate Judge Heather McShane in the U.S. District Court for Northern District of Illinois. Congratulations, Sarah.
Shannon Walsh is a health law fellow at Loyola University Chicago School of Law, where upon graduation, Shannon will not only receive her JD, but also a Master's of Public Policy. Shannon already has her PhD in comparative biomedical sciences and plans to pursue a career in environmental justice so she can use her diverse educational background to address environmental toxins disproportionately burdening low-income communities of color. Congratulations, Shannon.
On behalf of the Alliance of Illinois Judges, all of us wish to congratulate our scholarship recipients. Congratulations.
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 Congrats.
Good evening, everybody. This is Sebastian Patty speaking, and I want to say what a pleasure it is to be able to give out the Alliance Award this year to the International Association of LGBT plus judges. Let me read from the award itself. The award is being given for extraordinary contributions towards advancing civility, respect, equality, and access to the judiciary. I have been a longtime member of both organizations. In fact, I was a founding member of both organizations, and I can state that this is an example of something really good and fine happening to two organizations simultaneously. And certainly, in my experience with two organizations such as the AIJ and the International Association, when those organizations join forces, as they have over the years, we are advanced immeasurably as a group, as a community. In ornithological terms, we are flying as a flock. And if only because of that, it is an extraordinary honor for me to be able to present the Alliance Award to the International Association of LGBT plus judges.
Thank you, Judge Patty, officers and members of the Alliance of Illinois Judges, for recognizing and honoring the International Association of LGBTQ plus judges with your 2021 Alliance Award. We are honored to be recognized in this way. On behalf of our board, our directors, and all our members, I thank you. Since our founding in 1993 and yours in 2009, both our organizations have made great strides to promote and further diversity in our respective judicial systems and to promote, highlight, and illustrate our outstanding members and their contributions to the judiciary. We look forward to further collaborations and teamwork as we pursue our common goals, which include, we hope, inspiring the next generation of legal professionals to someday join the bench themselves. We really look forward to August 2023, when our annual meeting will be held in Chicago in conjunction with the LGBT Bar's Lavender Law Conference. Thank you once again for this recognition. We're very excited and pleased and happy to get it, and happy Pride.
Hello, I'm Judge Lavander Smith Jr. from the Circuit Court of Cook County, and I'm a member of the Alliance of Illinois Judges, or simply the AIJ. I'm honored to present honorary AIJ memberships to Judges Rosie Gonzalez and Sarah Smolinski to acknowledge their contributions to Coming Out Stories, which is a project that I was proud to have shared with these two outstanding LGBTQ jurists. By the way, it still can be viewed on YouTube. These two judges graciously shared their stories and in the process helped to promote a positive public perception and better understanding of the judiciary to LGBTQ individuals and to members of the public at large. And they help to promote and encourage respect and unbiased treatment for LGBTQ individuals as they relate to the judiciary, the legal profession as well, and the administration of justice. These are key provisions in the AIJ's mission, by the way. So even though they hail from the states of Michigan and Texas, they are indeed valued honorary members of the Alliance of Illinois Judges. Congratulations, Judge Rosie Gonzalez, and congratulations, Judge Sarah Smolinski.
Hello everyone, my name is Judge Rosie Spieling Gonzalez and I preside over Bexar County Court at Law number 13 in San Antonio, Texas. I want to take the time to thank the Alliance of Illinois Judges for giving me an honorary membership to your organization and bestowing upon me the Alliance Award. We as members of the LGBTQ plus communities can no longer put our authenticity aside. We can no longer be silent. Silence denies us life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Do not wait for others to validate you. Validate yourself and be true to yourself. And from that act, all good things will come. And never, ever forget, you are beautiful. Happy Pride 2021.
Hi, it's Sarah Smolinski from Grand Rapids, Michigan. How pleased I am to receive the Alliance of Illinois Judges Honorary Membership and Alliance Award. Wow, is that something special? Thank you so much for letting us be part of the Coming Out Stories. My colleagues there in Illinois and all the members of the Alliance of Illinois Judges. Remember that you are beautiful. During this Pride Week, Pride Month, let's celebrate because you are beautiful. Thank you so very much.
The Community Leadership Award recognizes and celebrates organizations and individuals who have advanced the quality of life for the LGBTQ community. The award is given to those who demonstrate extraordinary contributions towards advancing civility, respect, equality, and access to justice for the community, and who lead the way towards a more equal society. Past recipients of this award include Tracy Bain, the Gerber Hart Library, Lambda Legal, and legal luminary Patricia Logue. I am so proud to introduce this year's recipient, Ray Koenig. Ray is a leader in the community, in the legal profession, and at his law firm. Just a sample from his resume of what he's been involved in includes being a commissioner for the City of Chicago Commission on Human Relations, being involved with Lambda Legal Education Defense Fund, Chicago House and Social Service Agency, Pride Action Tank Advisory Council, various LGBTQ advisory councils for elected officials, the Heartland Alliance, and Equality Illinois. In 2019, Ray became the first openly gay officer of the Chicago Bar Association. In a few years, he will become the first openly gay president of the Chicago Bar Association. Our theme, You Are Beautiful, is about being visible and being seen as you are. Visibility leads to acceptance. Ray, you opened a door to a 150-year-old organization, increasing the visibility of our community and creating opportunities for others. This award honors your hard work and your dedication to creating a more equal society. Thank you, congratulations, and you are beautiful.
Thank you, President Marubio, for that very kind introduction. I'm truly humbled to be mentioned in the same breath of prior recipients of this award. It is an inspiring and impressive group. Long ago, not long after I first began practicing law, I was faced with a choice: stay in the closet or lead an open life as an out gay man. It was a tough choice and one which binds every one of us in the LGBTQA+ community. The issue is very personal, but as we have learned through our advances toward equity and equality, the choice is also very political. I was fortunate enough to have the professional and personal support to come out and live my life as an out gay man. I believe I am better for it. I also believe our community is better for it. Why? Because visibility breeds acceptance, which in turn empowers more people to live as their authentic selves, which changes our companies, our firms, our employers, our professions, our communities, society, and usually the law. Today's theme of You Are Beautiful is a representation of how that visibility can empower and encourage. We've all seen signs, stickers, murals, and billboards with those words. They're meaningful because they are true and because we don't hear them often enough. Ensuring that those words are visible helps us to truly accept that we are all beautiful. I know this because I have lived through a process of elevating visibility. When I was being recruited by my firm, Clark Hill, well over a decade ago, I hesitated joining because it did not yet have benefits policies which treated same-sex couples the same as opposite-sex couples, which was the only pairing allowed to legally marry in Illinois at the time. I had been working hard for equality in our society, enjoying the gains in my professional and personal life, and did not want to join a firm where I had to take a step back. However, I did what everyone should do before making a big decision. I sought counsel of people smarter than me. One of those people was Art Johnston, a civil rights legend in our community. Art's advice was simple and straightforward. He told me I should accept the job with my firm and then work to change the firm's policies. I accepted his advice, joined my firm as an out gay man, and convinced my firm to change policies within the first year I was here. That activism within my firm fueled my desire to continue into more leadership roles. Soon after, I ran for an elected seat on our firm's executive committee. I won and became the first openly gay member of our firm's executive committee ever. I am proud to say that during my 7 years on the executive committee, up to 1/3 of the elected members were openly gay. I like to think my visibility at the firm as an openly gay man helped to get to that result. I know that my open leadership has led to an increase in minority representation at my firm at all levels, in part because I'm a visible public example of what my firm calls our DNA, which is the distillation of our values. I have the honor of serving as another first, one which I hope will have a greater impact on the LGBTQA+ members of our profession. In 2019, I became the first openly gay officer of the Chicago Bar Association when I was elected as secretary. I was re-elected to that position in 2020. In 2021, I was elected second vice president, the first out representative of our community to hold that title. I'll automatically succeed to first vice president in 2022, then president in 2023, making me the first openly gay leader of the Chicago Bar Association in its 150-year history. I am incredibly grateful for the opportunity to be a leader at the CBA, which has made me a high-profile, openly gay leader of our profession. These leadership positions help me to advance one of the tenets of the AIJ, as included in its mission statement, to quote, promote and encourage respect and unbiased treatment for LGBTQ individuals as they relate to the judiciary, the legal profession, and the administration of justice. I truly believe that by continuing to improve our profession while being my authentic self will both improve the legal community and improve the treatment our LGBTQA+ family members receive from our colleagues in the legal community. Visibility leads to acceptance. Acceptance leads to respect and unbiased treatment. That's truly all our community demands, and it is my true privilege to help get us there. This Community Leadership Award is recognition that our efforts as a community are not lost on our profession. Thank you for your time today, and thank you to the Alliance of Illinois Judges for the 2021 Community Leadership Award.
Chief, we want to thank you again for always coming to our events, standing with us, and being a true ally, supporting our endeavors as an organization, and being a voice for equality. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that very kind and generous introduction. It's a pleasure to be here with the Alliance of Illinois Judges as usual and get an opportunity to see these stars get ready to do their work for another year. I always have to just pause a moment to recognize the courage and the tenacity that is affiliated with the work that's done by this organization and by the people whose history and whose future often are in question without an organization like this. And so I am thrilled to be a part of this organization. I'm thankful that you gave me a chance to swear in the officers, and at this point, I will ask the new officers to raise their right hands and prepare to speak, to say "I do" when I complete the oath. That's Vice President Judge Celia Horan, Treasurer Judge Judy Rice, Secretary Judge Jill Rose Quinn, Board of Director Judge Abby Romanek, Board of Director Judge Robert Harris, first past President Judge Mary K. Marubio, and second past President Judge Mary True. You will raise your right hand. Do you declare and affirm that you will support the mission and bylaws of the Alliance of Illinois Judges, that you will foster congeniality and equality among judges, lawyers, law students, and the public at large, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties as board members of the Alliance of Illinois Judges to the best of your abilities? And your answer is?
I do. I do.
Congratulations, you are installed, and thank you very much for giving me this privilege.
Thanks, Judge Evans.
Thank you, Judge.
By all means.
Thank you, Judge Evans. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Chief.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mary Rowland, and I'm a district court judge over in the federal building. And I have the honor tonight of not only introducing our next President of the Alliance of Illinois Judges, but also swearing her into the office. I'm so pleased to be here. Linda Powell graduated from Chicago Kent Law School, Order of the Coif. She spent some time at a law firm and then went to the City of Chicago Law Department. And she worked in various departments there, but what's most interesting to me is that while she was there, she was one of the co-founders of the LGBT Outreach Committee for the Law Department. During that same time, she also was active in the Black Women's Lawyers Association mentoring program and the Walter Payton High School mentoring program for the Gay Straight Alliance. So she has always been an active leader and active in giving back to the communities that she's a part of. While her legal skill is obvious, she is also incredibly athletic and has tremendous athletic prowess. She is on the Masters swim team at the Leaning Tower YMCA. They call themselves the Gray Sharks. But she is also a triathlete. She has placed first in three different triathlons. And for those of you who don't know what that means, I know quite a bit about that, not because I get off the couch all that much, but because my wife has done some triathlons. And our Judge Powell has placed first, not just in a sprint distance triathlon or a regulation distance triathlon, but also in an Ironman. And that is like kick-ass. That is a marathon run, a 100-mile bike ride, and then an obscene amount of swimming on top of it. So this is the girl you want to get stuck in the dark alley with, let me tell you that. She has been on the bench for 7 years. She is currently serving in the Juvenile Justice Division, and I have no doubt that she serves there with wisdom and with compassion. And that is what we need in dealing with the many, many challenges that face our juveniles today. Okay, so she's going to be our next president of the Alliance of Illinois Judges. And before I swear her in, I only want to say I don't really know how this happened, and I'm wondering if there might need to be a recount, because I thought that in order to be the president of the Alliance of Illinois Judges, you had to be named Mary. Since I've been active in the organization, I've known President Mary True, I've known President Mary Colleen Roberts, and I know our current immediate past president, Mary Kay Marubio. And then I hear about Linda Powell, and I think, well, that must be a mistake. So I asked Linda Powell, please tell me your middle name. And I think certainly it's going to be Linda Marie Powell or Linda Mary Powell, but alas, no. Her mother did not have that foresight, and she named her Mary Johanna Powell. Now, Mary Johanna Powell is a gorgeous name, but it's no Linda Marie. But we have her, we love her. We know she'll do a wonderful job, and we appreciate her dedication to the organization. So off we go to taking the oath. Judge Powell, raise your hand, please. Do you, Judge Linda Johanna Powell, declare and affirm that you will support the mission and bylaws of the Alliance of Illinois Judges?
I do.
And do you, Judge Powell, agree to foster collegiality and equality among judges, lawyers, law students, and the public at large?
I do.
And finally, do you agree to faithfully discharge the duties as president of the Alliance of Illinois Judges to the best of your abilities?
I do.
Let me be the first to congratulate you on becoming the president of the Alliance of Illinois Judges for the 2021-2022 year. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mary Rowland.
All our love.
Okay, I'd like to start my remarks by just echoing Judge Marubio's earlier thanks to all of our members and allies for joining us today. This year, we also asked bar associations to help us congratulate Judge Jill Rose Quinn on her historic election and to join in our virtual Pride Parade. The response was overwhelming, and I just want to thank you all so very much. Special thanks, of course, to our longstanding ally, Chief Judge Timothy Evans, for always graciously agreeing to participate in our events despite your very busy schedule. Judge Mary Rowland, I love your swearing in. It was certainly unique. Just know that my mom, she texted to say that she thinks the name Johanna suits me just fine. And so ends the reign of the three Marys. It's been a good 6 years. Mary Roberts left her mark with the AIJ student scholarships. 4 years ago, with the country extremely politically divided, Mary True gave a remarkable speech, reminding us that this nation was created on the self-evident truth of equality, and that it's incumbent on us as judges and lawyers to hold fast to our oaths of office and work together towards an inclusive and tolerant society in which we are all equal. After she became president, Mary Kay didn't just heed True's words to work together, she made it her entire mission. Recognizing the value and strength of collaboration, she personally asked all of you to be our ally and help lift the voice of our queer community. And over the last 2 years, thanks to her tireless efforts, she achieved great success. It bears repeating that for the first time ever, we had the Illinois Judicial Council, the Jewish Judges Association, and the Latino Judges Association march with us in the Gay Pride Parade. And it was a really great day. Together, AIJ and Jewish Judges Association presented a screening of the documentary Dear Freddie at the Illinois Holocaust Museum and Educational Center. During the height of the racial protests last year, AIJ was one of the first and few organizations to issue a written statement condemning racism and urging all of us to work collectively to lift the voices of our Black and Brown colleagues. When COVID-19 prevented us from gathering for our annual Coming Out Day celebration last year, AIJ released Coming Out Stories, a short film highlighting the importance of having out and proud LGBTQ judges. To commemorate Jill Rose Quinn becoming the first openly transgender elected official in Illinois ever, we released another short film, From Keola to Quinn, celebrating the history of all of the LGBTQ judges in Illinois. If you haven't seen either of those films, don't worry. You can watch them on AIJ's very own YouTube channel. Yet another Marubio contribution. Mary Kay, it isn't lost on any of us that you accomplished all of these things while handling a difficult central bond court call at 26th Street, running for and winning a full circuit court election during a pandemic, while also juggling the demands of raising a family. Thanks to your leadership, vision, and allyships, I get to work with this amazingly diverse board of a well-respected organization. So in appreciation, I got you this award. As you can see, it's kind of an Oscar for the films, but it's also symbolic of you having raised the stature of the Alliance of Illinois Judges. Marubio, you rock. Thank you so much, my friend. So here I stand on the solid foundation of what the LGBTQ judges have been working towards since 2009. Where do we go from here? Well, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So over the next year, I would like to continue Marubio's mission of using our collective voice to lift those of the most vulnerable in our communities. As I said, in 2019, we focused on the queer community. Last year, we asked you to also help lift the voices of our Black and Brown colleagues. Same request applies to our Asian, Hispanic, Jewish, and all other members and allies of marginalized communities. To the organizations representing these communities, we stand by you just as we've asked you to stand by us, because when we work together, it is so hard to ignore the beautiful choir of our mixed voices calling for real and lasting change. But today, as we celebrate Pride and the anniversary of the Stonewall riots, AIJ turns its focus to the transgender and non-binary community. Why? There's a Jamaican saying, you can't carry two faces on the one hat, which translates to practice what you preach. The truth is that we, the gay and lesbian community, like mainstream society, have historically been derelict in our responsibility to our trans and gender nonconforming community. Although they were instrumental in spearheading the queer liberation movement at the Stonewall riots back in 1969, we were quick to drop the T from our alliances when it suited our purposes. Yes, our queer community has come a long way towards inclusion, but there's still a lot more to be done. Even as we celebrate the election of Jill Rose Quinn, the confirmation of Dr. Rachel Levine as Assistant Secretary of Health, and the 2020 U.S. Supreme Court decision in Bostock versus Clayton County, affirming that Title VII prohibits employment discrimination against LGBTQ people, over the last 4 years, there has been a concerted push to restrict and erode transgender rights. 2021 is seeing historic levels of violence against the transgender and non-binary community. As it stands today, we are on track for the most reported murders of trans people ever in a single year, with trans women of color making 98% of the victims. Trans people continue to face extraordinary levels of physical and sexual violence at work, school, and in the home. A quarter of trans people face bias-driven assaults, and rates are even higher for trans women and trans people of color. 2021 has also seen a flood of transphobic bills. As of the end of April, more than 115 anti-transgender bills have been introduced across 30 states. Trans and non-binary people continue to face discrimination in housing, employment, education, public accommodations, healthcare, and social services. A 2020 survey of trans and non-binary youth revealed that more than half have considered suicide. Worse yet, the actual suicide rate among trans people is about 18 times that of the general population. People's silence is still not an option. So in keeping with our mission to promote and encourage respect and unbiased treatment of LGBTQ individuals, over the next year, the AIJ is dedicated to raising awareness and lifting the voices of our trans and non-binary compatriots through both social and educational events. I ask that you join us. You may also have noticed that part of our pledge to be more inclusive and clearly include our trans and non-binary community. We've updated our logos to include the colors in the Progress Pride flag. I love our new logos. They match everything. What else? We still have our annual Coming Out Day celebration in October, and we're looking forward to joint events with the Jewish judges, the Asian judges, the Illinois Judicial Council, Latino judges, among others. As the first Jamaican president, I do feel obliged to throw in a patois lesson or two. I read that. And ice cream. We should have ice cream. But whether we meet in person, virtually, or a combination of the two, I'm genuinely asking for your continued support. Thank you so much.